Pax vobiscum, salvete omnes. My name is Father Mislav, and you're watching a blind reaction to HELSREACH Part 12. We came a long way, and soon we're gonna be at the end of this story. I don't want to go in some soliloquy in this introduction because I'm eager to see what's gonna happen in Part 12. A lot has happened. I presume we're gonna have color episode as we had in part 11. Now, I did find something out, well, because of your comments about baby, the baby angel, the baby servitor, unfortunately, the cherub. Yeah, that's one of the most disturbing things that I've seen so far in Warhammer Universe, and Warhammer Universe tends to be quite disturbing. But maybe we'll leave that for a separate episode or maybe a separate video. Now, let's start with part 12 and see how the story is going to develop. Enjoy! Now, just the introduction scene. There's a lot of people, women and children, presumably inside of a bunker in Hell's Reach. But the metallic title of Hell's Reach, that's new. We haven't seen something like that in the previous episodes. And yeah, it kind of evokes an image of a lot of action, of Terminator 2, of stuff that's going to happen.
We're losing this road. We are but 6 against a legion. 5. Peter is dead. Forgive me, brother. A moment's lack of focus. Get up! Not coming out. In the name of the Emperor, stand and fight, or we all die. Hello, Reclusiarch.
That's a funny accent that he has. So probably that's the help that has arrived. And yeah, just the beginning scene. The banner holder is limping, and I don't know what's the name of this Black Templar, but he has been present in the previous episodes as well. And is he mortally wounded, or do they have an ability to stop the bleeding or to regenerate up to a point to survive this kind of an injury? We'll see.
You have the thanks of the Black Templars, Stormtrooper.
It was good timing, I think.
What is your name?
Trooper Andre, 703rd Steel Legion Stormtrooper Division, sir.
It is good to see you on the field. Courage such as yours belongs at the vanguard.
Thank you, Reclusiak.
I will remember your names and deeds this day. All of you. HELSREACH may burn, but this war is not lost.
I am very honored, Reclusiak, as are these handsome and fine gentlemen with me. But if you could tell my captain about this, I would be even happier.
That's an interesting fellow. Handsome fellows around me. If you can tell to my captain, he wants to get promoted. Okay, oh, he's a character.
It will be done, Trooper Andre. You have my word.
I am hopeful this will also impress the lady I intend to marry.
Yes. Good.
Okay, sure.
What's that? It can't be what it looks like. It is.
Yeah. What are they?
Drop pods. Astartes drop pods.
So is there just one space marine in one of those pods, or like a couple of them, maybe a dozen? Nice. Suddenly it reminded me of space pods from the Dragon Ball Z, the one in which Nappa and Vegeta were riding for some reason.
I am honored to fight at your side, Reclusiak Grimaldus. The Templars are in your debt, but tell me, brother, why have you come?
We were the last of the Salamanders in orbit. The Lord of the Fireborn called us to him.
We were the last of the Salamanders in orbit, so the green armored ones are the Salamanders. Even though he took his helmet off, it would seem that he still has red eyes. I don't know what's the story of that.
And we obeyed.
Master Tushan, may the Emperor continue to favor him, fights far from here, brother. The Salamanders bleed the enemy many leagues to the east, and the Hemlock River runs black with alien blood.
The Salamanders were not blind to your plight, honored Reclusiak. My lord and master heard of the assured civilian devastation in the fall of the city's coastal districts. We are the 70 warriors chosen to make planetfall here, and stand with you until the docks are held.
And then you will leave.
And then we will leave. Our fight is along the banks of the Hemlock. Our glory is there. This city, it smells like home.
Okay, so they're not gonna be here until the end of the war, but for some period of time. And 70 Astartes. That's a small army.
The most honorable Legio Invigilata has been petitioned by outside forces to leave the city.
She will stay. She swore to fight.
As I understand it, the Imperial advances along the length of the Hemlock River are grinding to a halt. The settlements there, protected by the Salamanders and regiments of the Cadian Shock, are now considered a higher priority than the city. This is from the old man himself. It came over the Vox an hour ago.
I do not care. Our mandate is to defend HELSREACH.
Our mandate, yes. But Princeps Zaha's mandate was to deploy where she desired.
She will not leave. She is here until the end.
Oh, enough, please, Reclusiac. Storm Herald is embattled 7 kilometers down the Hell's Highway with an enemy scrap Titan battalion in the Rostoric Ironworks. She has given no further word of her decision. What of the, weapon, Reclusiac?
Yeah, finally, because we haven't heard anything of that weapon. And it has been, what, over a month and now 1 more week. So 40-ish days that has passed since the tech marine started to decode the entry to Oberon, the weapon, the strong weapon from the Adeptus Mechanicus.
A fool's hope.
That sounds like a Gandalf's words. A fool's hope.
Just a fool's hope.
None of us had much hope pinned on the Ordinatus. It was the longest of long shots, any way you slice it.
There is nothing to like in them. They wage war to defend, to preserve. Everything in their way is devoted to maintaining what humanity already has. I mean no offense to them as warriors, but drop-podding into the city purely to defend civilians? Madness! Bastard, please, you know I am right. I know you are treading on unstable ground. Do not besmirch the honor of our brother chapter. The Salamanders shed as much blood as we did this week. That is not the point. That is where you and I disagree, brother. But you are young. You will learn. Do not patronize me, old man. I'm not that old. Do not laugh at me. Stop making me laugh.
Very good. Do not laugh at me. Stop making me laugh. That's a good response. Yeah.
What 2 chapters fight the same? What 2 chapters wage war according to the same principles? We are all born of different worlds and trained by different masters. Accept the differences and stand with them as allies.
Yeah, that reminds me like different parts of Christian world in Africa and Europe and Asia. I mean the Catholic world. Differences in the liturgies, differences in the cultures, differences in the temperament of men that are leading the churches. Some of those are big differences, but we're still united under the same banner, under the Vicar of Christ, our Pope, who is the servants of the Lord. And of course, we are all united under Christ's banner in the end. So, yeah. Maybe even here there's the direct parallel with the Astartes chapters and the Catholic Church as well, because there are a lot of parallels that have that went inside of the creation of this world. The main inspiration of the Warhammer 40k is obviously medieval Catholic Church. I think we cannot escape from that fact.
Sergeant Fereth, the people of HELSREACH and Armageddon offer their thanks to you and your brothers for the assistance. You'll quit the city today?
The Lord of the Fireborn calls.
Quite so, quite so. I offer...
Just to continue on that, my previous point, I mean, the Roman Empire, of course, is, from the secular perspective, the main inspiration, but the continuation of the Roman Empire is the medieval Catholic Church, right? So we believe that, the Roman Empire with the Pax Romana, with all the roads that have been built, and the everything that has been done in order for the message of Christ, the gospel, to be able to reach the far corners of the world, everything has been prepared. And when Saint Paul and all the rest of the apostles start to preach after the death of Christ, they could have done that. One part of the reason, a big maybe reason, is actual Roman Empire, because the infrastructure existed. And not only that, even though there are a lot of pagan influences, that's a pagan religion of the Roman Empire, but there are good things within it, the seeds of the truth of Logos exist within it as well, their legal system for sure, their, well, virtues as well, because they inherited them from the Greek nation, the combination of Etruscan and Greek in a way. So yes, the stage has been set, but the Holy Roman Empire is the one that, it seems to me, is the main symbol, the main inspiration, the main image that has been transplanted or used to create this world of Warhammer 40k, the space odyssey of the Holy Roman Catholic Church.
For my personal thanks. Without your arrival, many more would have lost their lives.
You are fighting with ferocity unmatched, Steel Legionnaire. It was an honor to fight at your side on the streets of your city.
The honor was ours, Fereth.
Okay, I know that there are no real moral verticals within this world, but the Salamanders do seem like more tending to the good side, even more than, let's say, Space Marines in general or specific Space Marines. They came to help the civilians, and the respect that they're giving a civilian, well, no, a militiaman, but a regular person, human, not an augmented one, is still interesting, and it is something that is rare among the Astartes. You told me that what Grimaldus did to those militiamen is also something special, and that we can notice the humanity inside of a Black Templar, a humanity within a Reclusiarch, which is something unique and special, and that's why we like Grimaldus so much. But this character, I don't know if his name was mentioned. I already forgot it. If it was, I'm sorry. But he looks like an interesting character, like the Salamanders and him, that they could have like a separate story of their own. Probably they do have, because I know that a lot of novels have been written of, I guess, a lot of Space Marine chapters. But it's a unique character here.
Hunt well in the wastelands, and give my thanks to your lord.
What do you want, Salamander?
To speak, if you are willing, Reclusiarch.
I would be honored.
I tell him. But this is a lie. My brothers and I came to this city without the illuminating guidance of our chaplain. We would offer reverent thanks if you would lead us in prayer before we quit the city and rejoin our chapter by the shores of the Hemlock.
I know little of your chapter's cult and creed, Salamander.
We know this, Reclusiac.
Yeah, it's like the Eastern Catholic coming to the Western Roman Catholic, one who has the Byzantine liturgy and is not really familiar with the Roman liturgy and vice versa, asking one another to have a Holy Mass served for them. It's like, I don't know a lot about your rites and liturgy. It's so similar, yeah.
Still, we would offer sincere thanks.
But it is the same sacrifice that's being held in the Holy Mass, the sacrifice or Jesus Christ our Lord being present in that moment during the Holy Mass. What he did once and forever, but it is being present in a real manner in every Holy Mass. It doesn't matter which type of a liturgy it is.
Think of the battle last night. There was one moment in the chaos that still preys upon my mind. It casts a shadow over us now, like an enemy's spear threatening to fall.
What aspect of the battle troubles you, Reclusiac?
A fine question. Where are the Salamanders?
They're holding.
They're what?
Follow us, in the name of the throne! Fall back! Fall back to the eastern platform and be ready to engage the second wave.
Advance! If we strike now, there will be no second wave. We're at the warlord's throat. He's getting away! Fall back! Sir! No! Fall back! This is not worth dying over. We do not have the numbers to spill the warlord's blood now.
I see. You consider this a stain on your personal honor?
No, brother. I consider it a waste of time, ammunition, and life. 2 of your own squad were killed in the successive waves that followed. If we had pursued in unity, we could have broken through to the enemy leader and taken his head.
It is tactically unsound, Reclusiac. Pursuit would have left the shelter undefended and vulnerable to regrouping waves attacking from other sectors. 3,000 lives were saved by our defiance last night.
There were no attacks from other sectors.
There may have been, had we pursued.
I am finished with this debate, Salamander.
It grieves me to hear you speak this way, Reclusiac.
Well, there's just differences in the theory of strategy, of tactics. And because of that, it seems that some bad blood has arisen, well, from the side of Grimaldus.
Get out of my city.
It's rude. Yeah, Grimaldus is showing himself as arrogant and prideful at this moment. And that has been HELSREACH Part 12. So it's not the dragons that I mentioned last time, it's the salamanders. I really like the green color, to be honest. The green color of their armors. It's unique, special, jungle style in a way. Yeah. What's interesting again, it's the color of the eyes of the salamander Astartes. Don't know why, probably the augmentation that he has. And yeah, I don't think it was needed of him to remove his helmet, his mask, but he did. I don't know if that would be a usual thing to do in the actual setting, but for the purposes of making a video, a movie, removing the mask in order for us to see his face is definitely effective, as it was in specific occasions in the past with Grimaldus as well, when he was speaking with the princeps. And I don't know, the Grimaldus should have been at least grateful for their help. I know that they have differences in how the combat should have progressed and which decisions should have been made. And maybe Grimaldus is correct. Maybe he's right that they should have attacked immediately. Maybe. But now that things are over, if you're just dwelling on a past, if you let your emotions get the better of you, it's not going to be good. You need allies, you need brothers, and in the end, you are brothers, even though you are from the different chapter. Ah, the wounds of the church. So many similar things have been happening and are happening even today within the church. Differences in opinions on things that are not crucial sometimes lead to deep wounds and even schism. So the fight is continuing. We still haven't seen the Oberon, and yeah, so I think it is clear that part 13 will feature the Oberon, or the full name is Ordinatus Armageddon, the huge weapon. I hope that our Titan will be more active in part 13 as well, the finale of the story. I presume that there will be millions or even billions of orcs attacking in the last part. Also, you told me that hive worlds are much larger than I presumed, much larger than a usual world, usual city is. So hive worlds sometimes have even billions of people, which is really a lot. It's actually impossible for me to imagine a city that's so densely packed that it's holding billions of people. Incredibly large anthill. Right, so we saw like a little bit of internal dynamics within the Black Templar chapter and also the dynamics between different chapters. Sometimes they are friendly, sometimes less than friendly, but they don't, it would seem, see themselves truly as brothers. Not always. It would depend again, I guess, from the chapter to another chapter. They like to be independent, they like to be autonomous. They have their own leader who brought them up, who raised them, who trained them, who educated them with a different mentality. And sometimes those mentalities clash, and sometimes they clash radically. So interesting to see the dynamics between Astartes in this episode. The animation, it's really good. I liked it. I presume that's going to be similar, maybe identical, or maybe even better in the last episode. Okay, and the warlord, I guess, is still alive. So my question to you would be, the warlord, is he like the chief of this invasion, or just of specific, I don't know, area of attack? Are there many warlords within this war, or is he the main guy? So if the Astartes kills the warlord, presumably the horde would have been weakened a lot. I don't know that, so you can answer before I post my final video, the finale of this trilogy, part 11, 12, and 13. So, thanks for watching. God bless you. Share, like, subscribe in order for everyone who might really enjoy this type of content for it to reach them on their machine spirits of YouTube. God bless you. Goodbye and see you in the finale.